Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Miss Burley TTC, and today's video is going to be about the solo getaway cruise that's scheduled for July 27th through July 30th on the Carnival Victory out of Miami. So before I get into that, I just want to briefly tell y'all that my interview process is done now. So I'm just waiting to hear back from some schools. So I'm kind of glad to be able to relax for just a moment. This is the first weekend I've been home in the last couple of weekends. So it's nice just to not have to do anything pretty much today, which is a lie because I'm have to work somewhere. But I didn't really get to celebrate my 30th birthday like I wanted to, just because it was Mother's Day, and that's always a distraction. I really hate that my birthday falls on Mother's Day. I hate it. Then my cousin passed away, so we had to deal with that. So I'm looking to really celebrate my birthday on this cruise. So I hope that you stay tuned for some more details and you go ahead and book your cabin so you can come along. Alright guys, so I won't be looking at the camera, I'll be looking at my screen so I can give you the details. I'm going to probably mispronounce this city, but I'm okay with that. I've looked up online and they've been pronouncing it Nassau, so that's what I'm going to go with. So the cruise is going to be, again, leaving on July 27th out of Carnival Victory out of Miami, and we depart at 4 o'clock. We should arrive, that's day one. Day two, we're going to arrive in Nassau at 10 a.m. And it's an overnight stay. And we'll be able to leave the next day at 7 a.m. So Saturday is going to pretty much be Nassau. Sunday is going to be a sea day. And then we'll be back Monday morning. So I'm planning this cruise with one of my YouTube friends, Shara J. So if you haven't subscribed to her channel, go ahead and subscribe. And I've already put her link in the description box for her channel. And she will also be announcing this to her subscribers today to get some feedback as far as who wants to come along. I did get some responses from a few of you through the comments below, and then some of y'all from my email that you would be interested in coming along for this cruise. So I just want to announce the dates. That's all this video is about right now, just so to see who's actually still interested. And if you do go ahead and book your cabin, because you probably should now, you need to book it. You need to be able to pay the full rate, and I'll go over the rates with you now. They're not too bad, in my opinion. Like, it's only a 3-day cruise, so I wouldn't recommend a suite because it's going to be more expensive. But like the suites, the interiors through the balconies were pretty like steady priced. So I think it's like interior started like $768, then it went up to like $818, and then $958. And then the suites were like $1,300. So if you get a suite, I mean, if you're going to bring somebody along with you, then that would be a good opportunity to get a suite, because then y'all can split the price down in half. But you're really not going to be in your room as much anyway, so I always get an interior. I might get a balcony just because it's not that expensive on this cruise, but I like to, if I'm going to go on a longer cruise, I'll get a balcony. But right now, I think I'll just do interior, something that's cost effective, because you do need to have the full payment when you're booking it, because Carnival requires a deposit, and then typically the full balance to be paid for a 3-day cruise within 60 days. Since it's going to be hitting it pretty close, the payment is due on May 28th. So I went ahead and held my room yesterday, and I made some arrangements, and then I'll be paying my deposit today. And I'm actually got to go Instacart after this to make up the rest of the balance, just because I already have my money scheduled to go somewhere else. So I've got my part covered. Shara, I think she's booking her room today as well. So just a heads up. And if you do decide to book a cabin and come along, I need you to email me at thetransitionchronicles@gmail.com. If you email me with your name and your room number, then I can have something special set aside for you for the trip. And it'll just be a surprise. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Do you all hear any feedback in this video? Like, because that's how I had to re-record it, because the last video I made, I had a bunch of like shh. So I'm working on, I think my laptop is losing its mind at this point, which I think all of them typically do around 3 years or so. So I might have to start looking for a new one. But just let me know if you hear that. Also, what I want to know from you all is that if there anything, we're going to have kind of like a guideline outline of plans and activities that we'll be doing. So if you would like to join us, you're welcome to come along with for those activities, but you don't have to. It's your vacation. If you just want to meet up to eat and we're going to do your time dining, then that's fine. You don't have to do you don't have to hang out with us throughout the cruise. Now, it'd be great if you did. I mean, we really want people who have never cruised before, who just want to get out there and just try it. We want people who just love the cruise. Come along, and we're going to have a great time. We're just going to celebrate and just have some real good fun. And we picked this particular itinerary because it's an overnight stay at Nassau, and we can kind of take our time and decide what we want to do on the island. So we have some plans and ideas, and if you have any ideas, feel free to comment below. We'll take any suggestions. We're thinking about making this an annual event to just help like the cruising community be able to like mingle more and meet new people. So I encourage everybody to come on out. And I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today. So I won't keep this video long, just because I do have to head out. And I think, and I did put a Carnival rep. I put his information below because he said he will give you the same rate bonus that I got since I've been cruising with Carnival for a while. So if you want like $25, I think, of onboard credit per person for your room, then you go ahead and give him a call and see if that's possible for you. I think next year we'll try like a different cruise line, but we just wanted to go ahead and get this over with, just because I know I mentioned it to you in my last video. All right, y'all, stay tuned, and I will go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we'll be posting more videos as we get closer, just with updates and little tips. And you should probably go ahead and watch all my cruising, how to cruise like a boss playlist, just so you can be up to date with like things to look out for Carnival cruises. If you never cruise with Carnival, if it's your first time cruising, just check them out whenever you get a chance. All right, bye guys. I have one more thing I wanted to mention. That's what I was thinking about. So I'm looking at my flight tickets, and I did book a flight ticket to fly into Fort Lauderdale. I'm just going to take a Carnival transfer, I believe, from the Fort Lauderdale airport to the Miami port on that morning. But if you're interested, I don't know if some of you want to fly down the night before, and then I can change my plan so we can just hang out in the area, or we can, if you're flying out late that Monday, let me know and I can switch my flight, and then we can like hang out or whatever until that time. I'm taking off Friday and Monday. I just put it in my plans ahead of time. But I know we picked this weekend one so most people could make it, just because it's not going to take a lot of your vacation time. And if you live close, maybe you don't have to take off the whole day. But I just went ahead and took off the whole day. I don't want to go back to work or leave from work to go to my vacation. So yes, let me know your thoughts on that.